What's up, pals? Welcome to the Your Random Pal channel. It's the first car show of the 2025 year. I'm at the Bluegrass World of Wheels custom car show. I brought a person you haven't seen in a while with me. Say hi.
Hi guys, ready to see some cars?
Yes, we're gonna scope out all these really cool hot rods out here. This has been going on for several years out in Louisville, Kentucky at the state fairgrounds. This is a great event. If you've got cabin fever, come on out, check out these cars. It's a little nippy outside, but it's above freezing. It has been really cold lately. We just had a winter storm that really sucked. So anyway, without further ado, let's check out the cars.
Let's go.
So Ashley sees something very interesting. What do you see over here? Let's check this out.
Monster car.
The monster car. Let's check it out. The Dragula. So behind me we have a recreation of the Dragula, the Munsters car, and it's a metal dragster, not the fiberglass one. As you can see, it's got some serious horsepower under the casket, of course. You ever watch the Munsters, Ashley?
I did not.
Yeah, it was before our time. We didn't get into it, but it's neat to see this car. And you shut the lid on it, pull the glass canopy over it. Would you ride this thing?
Maybe. It doesn't seem safe.
How do you feel about going down the drag strip at, 100-some mile an hour in a coffin?
Well, if you die, you already got your coffin.
All right, we are entering the car show area, the main part. Cars and lights everywhere.
Smells like cars in here.
Like gasoline? Is that what you smell?
It smells like rubber.
Would you like your boyfriend to wear a scent that smells like a car?
No.
You don't want him smelling like a car?
No, Versace.
I thought you were the Gucci girl.
Gucci smells good too.
Now this first display is really awesome. It's got 4 Corvettes, the Chevy bow tie, disco ball, if you're into 70s disco. And this would be the type of car you would probably be driving here, this C3 Corvette. You got the C2 over there. Actually, there's a Camaro in the bunch. But the other ones are all Corvettes. And check out this beautiful lit Chevrolet sign right here. This is just an awesome display. I mean, it shows you pictures of the cars and the build process. And check out this Pro Street Nova over here. That has got a massive engine in it. I mean, look at the blower on top, dual quads. I mean, driving that thing, it would be hard to see around it. Let's see what kind of motor it's got in it. So this 64 Nova has a 427 small block, the 671 blower, 2 650 carbs, and a 700 R4 automatic transmission. You see it's got the roll cage inside. It's set up for mostly strip racing, but it is plated car, so street and strip. I imagine it sucks down the gas. What do you think of it, Ashley?
Pretty sweet ride.
Red's your favorite color, right?
Yes.
One really cool Nova SS. Now here's a truck, but wait a second. It's a Jeep. It's actually a Willis truck, 1958. And man, just looking at the pictures, a lot of attention to detail was done on the restoration. Let's go have a look around the actual truck, not just the pictures. You can see it says Hemi on the engine cover. This is one beautiful Jeep truck. As you can see, it's got the Jeep front end on it. The iconic round headlights. I love how they incorporated the Willis sales and service neon sign in the display. And they even put a photo album here so you can see the process that the truck underwent, what it looked like before it became this nice custom show truck. The interior, it matches the exterior, so you look at the dash and all that paint is kind of carried through. And the seats they're just a shade different than the paint. Man, this is beautiful. I love the Willis name kind of stamped into the back of the tailgate. What a beautiful ride. And another little unique feature of this truck, you can see the rear window is a split window. I think that really sets it apart when it comes to looking at a truck there. It's a different styling cue for sure. And you can check out under the bed there. You can see some detail there. Check this truck out here. This is a 1950 Chevy 3100 pickup truck. And the feature that I like most about this truck is these wheels here. They look to be American racing. It's a little hard to make out in the center cap, but that's what it looks like it says. You see the fatter wheel on the back of the truck. And the display that they have, that they incorporated the truck into, is really nice too, where they got these barrel staves. Just all of the color combination, everything goes well.
This truck looks Coca-Cola colored. It's like a reddish brown. I like it.
And here we got a 1963 Corvette split window, the most desirable of the C2 Corvettes. And I love these little spinny things. They don't show up quite right on camera, I believe, but they're really nice to display with your ride. Looks like a fan probably on the camera, but it's neat. Kind of looks like a 3D effect. And let's check out the rest of this very rare Corvette here. Look at that motor. Looks like it's got a primitive fuel injection system. And coming around to the back, you see the iconic split window. That's what makes this Corvette so desirable, because it was a one-year-only feature. And although it doesn't add horsepower to the car, it adds dollars to the car. I'm talking a lot of dollars. So you find a split window Corvette, a 63, even if it's in rough shape, it's worth snapping up if you can get it for a good price. As you see on the listing or the sign here, it has the fuel injected 327 cubic inch engine with 360 horsepower, mated to a Borg-Warner 4-speed, which is a very desirable combination. You get a manual transmission in your sports car. So really nice Corvette fuel-y Stingray. For all you Chevy C10 truck fans of this squared type body here, this is an 85 Chevy C10, and it's got a unique paint color on it. It looks black and gold. I mean, the wheels definitely a gold, but when you get up close to it in different lights, you can see it's a very dark green. You can see the light hits it a certain way. You can see the interior too. It's just like olive green. So it kind of tricks you, because I've seen this truck before and it looks black in a lot of instances, but you got to really look it over. And in case you're wondering, this truck here, it's got a for sale sign on it. So if you wanted a beautiful 85 C10 truck here, this would be a nice one to have. You can see it's got the green effects on the inside with the air cleaner. The air filter's green. It's got some green LED lighting. So kind of lets you know that it is a green truck. Appearances at first glance may be deceiving. All right, so I just spotted something. I think it'd be a good car for Ashley. What do you think?
No, it's too strange.
It's too strange.
And it's blue.
Let's go look at it.
Let's go.
What is it, Ashley?
BMW.
Yeah, what kind of BMW?
I don't know. It looks like a Fiat or a little bug.
A Fiat. Well, it's actually called an Isetta. And let's check it out here. It's a 1958 BMW.
Well, yeah, Dennis, I
And these things are very interesting because you get in the car from the front. I don't know if I can kind of show you. Steering wheel's basically kind of somewhat attached to the door. You open it up and you get in. That's a luxury car, a BMW.
How do you climb in the? How do you get in the back? You just climb over the seat.
Let's see. There's actually a door on the other side, so it's got one side door. You got the rear passenger. I think a lot of these cars though are two-seater. This is the 600 version, so I'm assuming, I don't know if it's a 600 version, it's a little bit bigger or just a different configuration. And it's got a cool little convertible top.
I like convertibles.
So yeah, you can get some air and you can drive the weirdest car on the road.
Literally.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people like the Lamborghinis for the scissor doors. Ain't that cool? But just think, if you had a BMW Isetta and you had the door that opens in the front, hey, even if somebody parked close to you, you can still get in your car as long as you pull forward.
You confuse a lot of drunk people.
Now, when you first think of the word hot rod, you think of a car with flames, and this is definitely the definition of a car with flames. 1941 Willys here. Beautiful, beautiful flame job. Even carries to the inside of the hood. I just love the color scheme. You know, you've got the black, the flames, and then inside it's got this popping red interior. It's like the old commercial, but instead of it being a Toyota, it's a Willys. Willys is hot, hot, hot. And I like how they put their own little throw blanket here of the car. That throw blanket is beautiful. And even the trunk area is done up in red. And check out the windows on the back, split windows. There's a lot of split window vehicles here. Corvette split window, the Willys truck split window. What do you think of split windows?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're a neat design feature, but they do make it a little harder to see out of. So here we got a 1950 Ford, and check out the hood here. Look at all that. What are those things called on the hood, that design?
I don't know.
Quiz time, Ashley. How you gonna win Jeopardy or any of those game shows if you don't know? Those are louvers. So this car has a ton of them. They're all over the hood. So a lot of attention to detail on there. And check out those seats. Very beautiful. Although they don't have the headrest, so could get some whiplash driving this car. Especially with this motor under the hood here. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Here we have the 2019 C7 Corvette, and it's done up in, like, I guess you call the Steelers colors. I'm not really a sports fan, but I remember the song by Wiz Khalifa. You remember that song?
I do.
So we have the black and yellow Corvette. It's got the yellow on the brakes, yellow around the rims, yellow pinstripes. Even the vents on the dash are yellow. And check out the graphic on the hood of this car. That's one big cat there. This display here, we got a bunch of G bodies. We got the Monte Carlo and the Oldsmobile. We've got a Malibu too. It's mixed in with the crowd. There's the classic Monte Carlo in white with red. Sometimes you'll see these cars in maroon. My friend back in high school, he had a maroon one of this style Monte Carlo. This is I think it's about an 87, 86, 87. Same year as my Buick Grand National that I used to own, and it's a T-top car. And this one here has the unique rare feature of being the Aero Coupe. As you can see, the back window. Most of the Monte Carlos, it's flat. On this one, it comes out kind of like almost a little bit like a fastback look to it. And in this corner, we have a vintage Corvette. This is the gasser style. You can see the tank on the front. It's jacked up in the front too. And it's got the fat tires on the back. What do you think of these type of cars, Ashley?
It's pretty interesting. It's different.
They're set up for drag racing. They're kind of like a purpose-built car. Go down the strip. It's kind of like a, it was a big in like the 60s, 70s, the gassers. but you'll see them a lot at the car shows. How people like to customize their car to make them look that period, and this is definitely from that period. It's a 58 Corvette. And here we got a Corvette just a little bit newer, 61 Corvette. I've seen this car around a lot, local car cruises and stuff. It's nicknamed Speedy Gonzales, the Looney Tunes character. And it's got this vintage paint. You know, it's not brand new shiny. It's, you know, not all glossy and stuff, but I love the paint scheme. It looks like it's been raced, it's been used for a purpose, and it's definitely loud. I've heard it before. Very fast little car right here, and I love the stars and stripes. You see that on the hood scoop. You see that on the roof of the car as well. I had some people I had to wait to pass by, but I wanted to show you on the back of the car. You can clearly see a cool graphic of Speedy Gonzales painted on it. You know, Looney Tunes characters. I love how they got the steering wheel. You can see it matches the color of the car and it sparkles. You like sparkly stuff, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I love metal flake on a car myself, so I really like the sparkly stuff too.
How come the tire's not on the car?
Well, Ashley, the tire's not on it because they want to show off all this beautiful chrome, all the detail. As you can see, this car here, it's so clean you can eat off of it. Would you eat off of it?
I would.
You would? So there you go. She would totally eat off of it. Now they got the front end on this car really trick. As you can see, you got twin turbos right here mounted at the very front. Everything is nice and clean. This car looks like it's never been driven. It's so nice and clean. Just all the custom work, the chrome everywhere, every little nut, bolt, everything is clean. You see the shocks up front here. It's a very interesting looking car, and honestly it's really hard to tell what it is. It's just so custom, it's so deviated from how it came from the factory. But they got this really cool sign. It's got like an infinity mirror effect to it. It's a 1931 Chevrolet. It's got the a 509 motor with polished twin 72mm turbos. And it's got a 6L80E automatic transmission. I like how it's got the bow tie logos in the paint here in this striped area. That's a really neat little detail if you look up close. You see the interior, full custom interior. They got the mirrors on there so you can see everywhere on this car. You know, up, down, 360. This car, everything has been touched, everything has been custom. You can see on the back too, there's more of the paint with the bow tie logo, the Chevy bow tie logo on it. Would you be afraid to drive something like this?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I would not want to clean it off after it's been driven.
Yeah, it's too pretty to drive.
Yeah, too pretty. It's kind of like a work of art that just sits there. Yeah. And if you're into custom bikes, they got a couple of custom bikes here. We got the nice orange paint jobs, a lot of chrome. They're just as clean as these cars out here. Oh no, would you drive one of them bikes?
I can't even ride on the back. There's no back seat.
Well, you want to drive it?
Drive it? No.
No?
No.
You want to be in a biker gang, Ashley?
Yeah, wear all leather.
Yeah. Who wants to see Ashley in leather? Comment below in the comments. And here we got one of the classic Chevy Bel Airs, but it's not the Tri-5 Chevy Bel Airs. It's a 54, not the 55 through 57 that, you know, most people recognize because they're so iconic. But nonetheless, this 54 here, it's beautiful. And it's a very clean look. They got the custom engine cover on it. It says Bel Air on the valve covers. They got the little spinny sign. Well, spinny on the video. It's a little spinny if you're looking at it in person. And let's walk around and check it out. Beautiful chrome. This one is more of like a mild custom. It's not crazy. It's just it's really nicely done. Nice details, nice chrome work, you know, modern seats. You know, certain things are updated, but it still has the classic 54 Chevy Bel Air look to it. You know, they still got the, you know, original kind of looking taillights and stuff like that. Foose wheels, nice touch there. You can see the dash is still similar to how it came when it came from the factory. What do you think of the Bel Air?
Not bad.
Not bad?
I feel like they're usually red, right?
A lot of times, yeah, you'll see the iconic like 57 Chevy in red. My friend Tommy, he's got 2 of them that are 57s that are red. Like I said, this one is a little bit of a older one than people usually recognize, especially people that really aren't, you know, into cars like we are.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, 54, beautiful ride here. And even the underneath is super clean. So Ashley, this is probably what you're thinking of. Classic red 57 Chevy. Now this one here, it's more of like a pinkish red. A lot of times a bit more like a bright glossy red, but this one's got a little bit more of a pinkish red. But this is probably what you're thinking of. A lot of what most people think of when they think of Bel Air is the 57 Chevy Bel Air in red. And this is a 2-door model, so a lot more desirable. There are also 4-door models. You can usually find them a lot cheaper if you're okay with a 4-door Chevy Bel Air, Tri-5 Chevy, the 55 to 57s. I like the cup holders on this thing. I tend to point out cup holders, even though most of my cars in my collection don't have them. You know, it's like people gotta have them these days, even in their old vintage cars. Now, how many people actually drink in their cars? Is it just for show? I don't know on that part. And they added the SS to the back of the Bel Air nameplate.
Super sport.
Yeah. And here we got a 67 Corvette 327 4-speed, and the color on this car, it makes me drool. I mean, this is just like a cherry dark red. What do you think, Super Sport?
I like it.
You like it? You like red anyway.
Yeah.
And you like Corvettes, so this is a vintage one. I'm more a fan of the vintage ones. It's the C2. I really like the C2s. My uncle, he used to have a C2. It's a 65 convertible with both tops, and it was red. So this is a really beautiful paint color. It look good on any car actually, but it really looks great on this Corvette here. As you can see, this is a drag car Corvette. Roll cage, fat tires, slicks, wheelie bars. So this one, it's set up more for just going down the strip.
What the heck is this?
You don't recognize this? Don't you recognize the logo? Yes.
Viper.
The Viper. Who makes the Viper? Ding,
Chevy?
ding, ding. No. Oh.
Dodge.
Yes, you finally got it right on the second.
Yes, Dodge Viper. Yes.
My friend Jay would be a little bit disappointed in you getting it wrong on the first try, but you'll get it right.
It clicked,
next time.
okay? It clicked.
Yes. What kind of motor is in this Viper? How many cylinders?
8?
Nope.
12?
Nope.
6?
Nope.
4?
Nope.
24?
10. You guessed everything but the right answer. 10, as long as it's factory. Yeah, it's got the 10 in it. Here's the sign here. Some people do swap them for V8s. This one has got the V10, 8.4 liters. So at this car show, not only are there a lot of vintage cars, but there are some modern cars, and this is an exotic right here. It's dark, it's blacked out, it's mean. I mean, check out this snake under the hood, the forked tongue, it's ready to strike. This is one bad to the bone Viper here. And another little detail I want to point out, this is the ACR version of the Dodge Viper. Ashley, what kind of car is this one right here?
Corvette.
Yes, it agrees. Not a Viper, it's a Corvette. And check it out, this is the C8. This is the first generation Corvette with the mid-engine in the back, where typically a Corvette has an engine in the front. Did you know that?
I do now.
All right, you do now. I'm always teaching her new things about cars. She is definitely a car enthusiast, trying to get her a little education on certain things, bring her up to speed. But she'll get there.
I'm getting there with your help.
Yep. What do you think of this this yellow vet here?
Looks like a Twinkie.
Looks like a Twinkie. How do you rationalize it as a Twinkie?
Because it's yellow.
It's yellow. Twinkies are yellow.
They
Oh
are.
yeah, they are. That's right. Maybe I'm thinking of the ding dong something.
Of course you are.
Yeah. And then check under the hood here. I like the flames on there. They got the little detail removed before flight.
Because it flies.
Yes, it flies. And it's fly yellow too.
Vroom vroom.
Yep. Although you do know vroom vroom is a Mazda slogan, right? Or no, that's a zoom zoom. What? Ding dong. So here we got Jeff Gordon in the black SS without the navigation. Who sings that song?
I don't know.
That's a Nelly song. You don't remember that?
No.
Okay. I thought you would remember that song. But anyway, we got the Chevelle SS. It's a 68 Chevelle, 454, well, probably originally a 396, but as far as the sign goes, 450. Well, I must have updated it since the sign, because under the hood it says 572. So looks like it's been through several transplants. They wanted to really put the biggest engine they could under the hood here. This is the definition of the heartbeat of America. Right, Ashley?
Yes.
So right in front of me, we have a very uncommon American car. This is an old muscle car. A 68 AMC AMX. I mean, check this out. You don't see the AMC cars very much. So it's kind of like a muscle car, sports car. It's just got the 2 seats in it. Now they had a similar car called the Javelin, which had like the back seats in it. These are very interesting cars, to say the least. American Motors Company, or corporation, I should say. And this one says it's sporting a 390. Let's check it out. There's that beautiful 390 motor. What do you think of American Motors?
It's all right.
It's all right. Come on, give me a little more enthusiasm. There we go. American Motors, they're really cool cars in my book, and I like them because they're pretty uncommon. They haven't been making cars for several decades. They've been a defunct brand, an orphan brand of car, but they're definitely a great part of the muscle car era. A lot of people kind of always think Dodge or Chevy and Ford, but there was AMC back in the heyday. Right here is a car, and I really, really love the fine details on this car. It's a 62 Oldsmobile Starfire. As you can see, kind of looks like it's almost got like some gills on the sides here. It's just very beautiful with the color combination, the dark red, the silver, the chrome. You got the red carries over to the wheels here. And the display is nice. It's like you're at one of your little favorite diners where the waitress rolls up on the roller skates, puts your food on a tray, attaches it to your door. But this car is just, it's classy. It's got kind of like a little bit of a Jetsons feel to it, with all the chrome accents and stuff. And check out the inside too. It's just, it carries over the same color combination. And this particular Starfire here, it's got a 394, 345 horse rocket motor. It's made it to a 3-speed hydromatic transmission. Very, very beautiful, back in the day, classy 60s car. Ashley, you ever met the King of Cool?
I'm the Queen of Cool.
You the Queen of Cool? Who's the king of cool right here?
I don't know him.
You don't know him?
No, he needs to put in an application.
He would be like a boyfriend who put in an application for you?
Yep. Accepting apps.
Okay. Well, he's long gone, but that is actor James Dean, famous for the movie Rebel Without a Cause.
I've heard of him, but I've never seen the show.
Okay, well that's a movie, wasn't a show, but yeah, he was a famous Hollywood actor back in the day. He was known for having a Porsche, a little bitty Porsche sports car that he wrecked and killed himself in. And there's always been a legend about the Porsche, that it's haunted, and subsequent owners, they've faced unfortunate events. I think they've died too. So, and nobody knows what happened to the car actually.
Oh,
yeah,
it's a mystery.
So it was a haunted car, and now it's gone, maybe forever. Who knows what happened to it? More and more bikes for all you biker people out here. Love the all-American tribute there, stars and stripes. Some Harleys out here. Got a favorite bike out here? You like the choppers we seen a while back, or you like some of these right here?
These ones I can actually ride.
You can ride those?
Yes.
You can reach the handlebars and everything, and they got stereos and comfy grips and stuff, I'm sure.
Comfy seats.
Yeah. So you would totally rock one of these motorcycles.
Yes,
yeah.
I would.
Cool. And again, if you want to see Ashley in leather chaps, comment below. You'll have to put that on your social media, your modeling page. You got any black leather you can wear? Look like a biker girl?
No, I guess we're going shopping after this.
Maybe one of these days you'll see Ashley at the Daytona Beach Bike Rally, or even the Sturgis Bike Rally. And here's some more really unique bikes at the end. Lots of cool custom paint work. This one's got the black and gold, which I love black and gold because I love black and gold Trans Am. So very, very nice. Got the big speakers in the back. I mean, just the upholstery on the seats. A lot of money has been spent on these bikes, just like they spend on the cars out here. Actually, I found the perfect race car for you. The junior dragsters over here. You could fit into those things nicely, couldn't you?
Yeah, comfortably too.
So even cars for the kids out here are on display. Stuff that the kids would ride down the track. And it's a fun thing if your kids like racing. Maybe you can get them into go-karting or junior dragsters like these. Really, really cool paint jobs on them. So check this out. There's a twin 68 Chevelle, black with the red stripe. This one is a Malibu, the other one was a SS. But check it out. Basically the same color scheme as the one that Jeff Gordon was posing with. But this one has some very nice graphics, paint graphics on the hood and the trunk. A little bit better look on the sign here. You can see what's on it. So even though it's a twin, it definitely stands out on its own with the custom paint work. As you can see, must be nicknamed the Dragon with what's on the paint work on there. You even see on the floor mats they got a dragon theme. This one fire-breathing monster, it looks like here. 383 stroker with 700 horsepower. Yep, it breathes some fire. Cuz, you ever see yourself in bright lights?
I do. I have a vision.
You have a vision? Well,
yes.
Here's your bright lights. Classic vintage neon car signs. They might actually be new, but they look like the vintage style right here. Is that bright enough for you?
I'm blinded by the light.
That's a song. So they got some vendors out here too. Get your car stuff, garage accessories, man cave accessories, or you can buy Ashley something.
Yes, a Corvette.
You know, somebody might. Sugar daddy. You like Star Wars?
No.
Oh, you're not into that show.
No.
You're not one of the nerdy people.
No.
Well, here we have a Star Wars themed Chevelle. You can see the stormtroopers. It's got the white collar of a stormtrooper. This one here is a '69 Chevelle. 482 big block with NOS, mind you. And if you look at the picture down here, it got some front end damage, pretty serious at one point, but looks beautiful now. Can't tell. Got this mirror, the bow tie mirror here. See underneath of it. This was one clean car. Lots of room under the hood to work on it, either side. Even though it's a big motor, this car has definitely got some working room. And here's one of the Stormtroopers right here. He's ready to blast off. So here we have an oddball amongst the classics. It's got some wild graphics on it. What do you think of it?
Looks like a toaster.
A toaster. Looks like a Nissan Cube. I think that's what it is. The toaster, usually that's like the Scion XP.
Yes.
People refer to that because that's a little bit more taller, skinnier. This one is more cubed up. This is actually a fellow YouTuber's Top Water Tony. Might check him out. This is his ride here. But it's a 2010 Nissan Cube called Double Vision. The graphics is just graphics everywhere. It's in your face. It stands out. So this is one unique Nissan Cube. Call it maybe an ice cube. It's so cool. Now on the inside of this cube, it looks pretty much, you know, stock. It's not really custom, but it does have the matching tumbler right there. I don't know if it's a Stanley Cup or not, but the tumbler matches the cube. You ever try to do something like that? Match your Stanley Cup or your Dunkin'? You like the Dunkin' Cups?
Yes, Dunkin' Cup, Starbucks cup.
There's something
that is definitely not a Stanley though. I'm a official Stanley
guru.
Yes, and that is not a Stanley.
That's not a Stanley Cup. What kind of cup is that? Are you? It's a knockoff.
It's a knockoff.
it's a matching with the vehicle knockoff Stanley Cup. There you have it from somebody who is a Stanley Cup nerd. You get into the Stanley Cup, the hockey game too?
No hockey, no Red Wings.
Okay, just the tumblers. And trust me, she loves her coffee, and she's got to have her ice cold tumbler.
Yep, cold, iced coffee.
Yeah. So even if it was in a fire, it better be ice cold.
If it was a real Stanley, it'd be just fine.
Now, do you match your tumblers to your nails or your
outfit?
car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so you got matching tumblers.
Yes.
The lengths some people will go to with their Stanley tumblers. Here we have a big fish, a marlin that is, and Ashley just dropped her phone. Butterfingers. She was so impressed with the car, she dropped her phone.
I was so excited.
Caught up in the excitement of seeing a 65 Rambler Marlin luxury sports coupe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more luxury than that BMW Isetta, right?
Yeah.
Check that engine out. 327 V8. Just an interesting car because you don't see the Marlins much at all. It's one of those cars that it's a little bit obscure, and it's got this very unique back end design to it. It's definitely a big car. And there's some older pictures of it from a couple years back, 2019 and now. And check it out. Got this big back end, but a small opening for the trunk. And it's a two-tone, which I love the two-tone on it. You can see on the back, spells out Rambler. Those taillights too. Taillights are pretty trick on this car as well. Even though small trunk opening, looks like a pretty big sized trunk. All right, me being the Pontiac man I am, got to feature the Pontiac. This is the 69 Pontiac GTO. This would have been the first year for the Judge. This one is just a GTO. Now you might also see like a Le Mans or Tempest, but this is a GTO transplanted engine. Let's see, we've got a LS 5.3 motor in here. I can kind of tell by the way the intake looks. Everything's kind of crossing over. You can see on top there. It's an LS series motor. This one mostly stock. Some subtle updates to the interior and stuff. And of course, you know, engine transplant, some really nice wheels on it. but overall appearance-wise, looks pretty factory. So this is a very slight custom car here. But Pontiac GTOs, love my Pontiacs, love my Trans Ams. Got to feature the GTO. Now the 68 GTO looks very similar to the previous year, but I tell you, there's a way to tell the difference between a 68 and a 69 GTO well, GTO, let's just say GTO for right now. The tail lights are in a different placement on the 68. They would be all the way in the chrome bumper, whereas on the 69 you can see they're kind of halfway in the chrome and then halfway up to the body. So they're a bit lower on the 68. The owner has graciously invited me to step over the flags here and get a closer look at this car for you. Check it out on the inside here. It's got the, looks like the his/her shifter, automatic. And let's take a look at this LS transplant under there. It's got the valve covers on it, say GTO. Hidden headlights. Some of these cars will have the exposed headlights that are round, but these got the hidden headlights that kind of like a pop-up kind of the deal, or the covers go back. Are you a big GTO fan?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. In front of me we have a cute little classic car with some matching accessories. This is a 55 Hudson Metropolitan convertible. A lot of times you see these cars, they're branded as the Nash, but this one actually is branded as the Hudson. And it's very cute. You can see how the body kind of comes over the tops of the wheels here. That's one of the unique features of the car. Plus it's just a little compact car here. Ash, how do you feel about driving in a really, really old car?
I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it?
Yeah.
One that's over 100 years old?
I don't know. Do you think it's reliable?
Well, I've seen it around a lot at the car cruises. I've seen it driving around, and I know the guy that owns it. We got a 1923 International C cab right here, over 100 years old. There's the owner right there. Would you like to say some words about your car?
It took 9 years to build it. It turned out really good. I'm real happy with it.
Did you do it all yourself, or?
I did.
All right.
Everything.
Yeah, so very interesting. What kind of motor you got in it?
355 Chevy motor.
355.
Got 350 horsepower.
Cool.
The whole truck weighs 1690, which is really light.
Yeah, that is very light. 1690.
It's fast.
I can't believe it's so light.
It'll almost pick the wheels up off the ground.
Yeah, my cousin, I tell her it's over 100 years old. She questions how reliable it is, but have you had any problems with it?
No.
You built it? How was it when you bought it, though?
Oh, it was rough.
It was rough?
I have a picture of it back there on the back.
Okay.
I can show you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Now, this is somewhat of an art car. You got the paint sprayer there. You got the little swirly vent on the top. You got license plates on the back fenders.
There's what I started with.
There's what he started with.
Unbelievable.
That looks like something you would see out in the field somewhere.
Oh, just throw it away, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad you
I didn't
saved
want it at first, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, let's go look at it." And he said, "Yeah, let's get it." So we got it and started putting the chemical on that kills the rust, and 9 years later, here I am in a show, you know.
Almost looks kind of like the old paddy wagons from back in the day.
Yeah, paddy wagon. They
I'm
had
glad
one
you.
called that.
I'm glad you got something a little bit different. An international. Usually
Right.
people see like Ford or Chevys.
Right, exactly.
You got an international, which is
International.
It's a little bit more obscure.
Especially 1923.
Yeah, international is more known for like their commercial trucks.
Yeah,
and anything.
or
They're still
tractors.
around.
Tractors, yeah.
Very cool.
Thank
Glad you
you.
kept the vehicle alive.
Thank you.
Over 100 years old. So
Right.
these vehicles, more than 100 years old, just as reliable, probably more so than these new techie cars. I mean, I would trust it on a road trip. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the three Musketeers. Who's this other Musketeer here, Ashley? You should know who that is. You didn't watch Knight Rider as a kid, did you?
Did not.
I watched Knight Rider as a teenager. Yeah, a teenager. That's when I got into watching it. But this is the Knight Rider Trans Am back here. Belongs to a good friend of mine. You can see it's got the red scanner there. This is the talking car from the series with the Hoff, David Hasselhoff, who played Michael Knight on the TV show. Let's take a look at it. It's got all kinds of little doodads all over this car to make it like the TV car. Now this is a convertible Knight Rider. I'm sure some of y'all will say, well, the Knight Rider wasn't a convertible. But actually in season 4, the opener, it was a convertible. So the car differentiates or varies from episode or season to season. So this one was patterned after that particular season where they had the convertible top. As you can see, interior, it's got all the buttons and lighting, the yoke steering wheel. It's a very nicely done car. Take a look at the back. Trunk, it's nicely detailed. Tail lights all blacked out. Got the hubcaps like you can see on the car in the show. And this one, it actually has like a communication thing. It's got a microphone under the steering wheel. You can talk to it, ask it questions. It'll kind of do like a response through, I think, Google or something. And it's got hooked up to a Bluetooth. You got a question you'd like to ask Kit?
Mr. Kit, will I ever find a boyfriend? I guess not.
No response from Kit as to whether she'll find a boyfriend or not. Epic fail.
Epic fail. Kit, will I look good in leather chaps?
Slightly amused. Ah, so the AI has asked about how someone named Ashley looks in leather chaps, huh? Sure, I can respond politely and tell Ashley that she looks good, buddy.
Thank you very
yeah,
much, Kit.
2 thumbs up from Kit, thanks.
And here we have another dragon themed ride. We had that Chevelle at 68 Chevelle, and now we got this Jeep. It's a 2020 Jeep Rubicon, and it's got the sparkly metal flake paint on it. You love sparkles, Ashley?
What?
I love sparkles.
Yeah.
You know the sparkles in the paint?
Yeah,
I like metal flake. So this is, it's blue, but then you get green and red sparkles in it. You should do that on your nails next time.
Yeah, it's a Jeep thing.
Yeah, you can match your nails to the Jeep here. I mean, even the lights on here, the KC lights, they got the glittery effect to them. Awesome graphic on here. I mean, it's got a skeleton dragon on the side. It's a nice Jeep, and a lot of people wrap their vehicles. As you can see, this one is not wrapped. It's got these custom taillight surrounds on it. So a lot of work, a lot of money went into the paint on this, and here's the social media on the Jeep. Sins of the Sahara, Sarah, something like that. Sins of the Sarah, looks like. Moving right along, we got an import car. Drastic change from a Jeep to a little import car. This is one of those Toyota GRs right here. So if you're into the rice burner scene, got the custom or high performance version of the Toyota right here. The Toyota Corolla GR, and I believe these all came with the manual transmission. You can see this one, it's got a manual transmission. Got some cool lighting on this scat pack. Love the little Rumblebee sign right there. 392 Hemi. So Ash is green with envy for this green Camaro over here. The car stuff booth. 2017 Camaro. We'll stand in front of it, model for it. That's how you take a picture right there. Yeah, I know you like red. I guess you like green too.
Yeah, I like the green.
Reminds you of the Grinch.
You.
Me. Good analogy. We got a nice military display over here at the World of Wheels. Ashley's gonna climb into the Jeep.
All right.
She likes the big guns.
Stand up here.
On the seat?
Yep, it's okay. One hand there, one on the seat. We're gonna go get it. One hand if you want to. I'll shift
How do you hold it like this?
She's wondering how you hold it.
All right. You're perfect.
Perfect.
Put your hand, put this hand up on top. Yeah, because you don't want to put your face on it. It will get so hot it will burn you.
Ah, okay.
How's the recoil on that thing?
Not bad.
Not bad. Does
500 rounds a minute.
it shake the Jeep a lot? No? Pretty solid piece of machinery here.
Thank you.
That's a nice looking sign right there. Shows you the shifter pattern.
Pretty awesome.
Told you.
Awesome.
So what all kind of vehicles you got out here? Tell us a little bit about
It's a
these.
151, 1965 Vietnam era. It's a 1943 World War II, but they're both are Fords. This one was built here in Louisville.
Cool.
This one was built up in Cleveland. That's an M74, what they call a mule. They used those in Vietnam to carry supplies. Whatever you want to put on them. They only went like 10 miles an hour, but it was a supply carrier. That's a 317 heavy, basically a pickup truck.
Is that a Kaiser?
No, this one. I'm not sure. This is a friend of mine.
Okay.
I'm not up to date on it.
Okay. Well, thanks for your service. Thanks for bringing these awesome rides out here. And this display here is by the Kilroy Club. There's their logo right there. You can see here's the other Jeep. Got the Ford on it. These are both Ford Jeeps. Don't normally think of Jeeps as being made by Ford. I think of them as being made by Willis, but these are Ford Jeeps right here. And here we got the what they call said it called it a mule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a little seat here for one person, steering wheel that's kind of offset here. Here we got the one with the truck with the canvas on the back of it. Yep, it is a Kaiser. It says a friend of his, but it's a Kaiser Jeep, 1968, M715. Give you a little tour of it. Got the jerry cans here on the side for extra gas, your tools, your axe, pick. And here's where you carry all the troops at in the back. Get plenty of people back here, plenty of supplies in this little Jeep.
Check out this cool area. It's got RC monster trucks that you can drive around. It's for the kids, but hey, I would do it. It's got stunts and everything.
Let's take a look at these things. All kinds of different trucks here. And there's one of the favorites, the Gravedigger truck. And here's a familiar face. I've seen this car here several years in a row. You remember what it was, Ashley? You've seen it before.
Bricklin with the gull wing doors.
Yes, you got it right. A Bricklin SV1 with gull wing doors. You remember what the SV1 stands for?
Safety vehicle.
Yes, awesome. Yes, you remembered your car
I
stuff.
remember.
She's catching on now. Now these Bricklin SV1s, they're Italian style with the Ford motor V8. They're a very interesting car. They were done up by a guy named Malcolm Bricklin, who this is a 70s car, and later on in the 80s he was the mastermind behind getting the Yugo imported to the United States. Yes, the Yugo, everybody's little favorite subcompact car that you don't see very much anymore, that everybody said, man, that was a crappy car, but there's still some Yugos floating around. And here's a close look on the inside here. This one's an automatic. you find one with a stick shift, that's pretty rare. They did make some, I think, early on with the stick shift, but most of the brick ones you find are an automatic. And here goes the doors, they're automatic. Let's check this out. It's like a spaceship. It's nice to have a remote for the doors. Here we got a mean green machine. Got a 73 Chevy Nova, 400 small block, 700 R4 transmission. This thing, it's mean. I love the stance to it. I love the dark green paint. I mean, this is a green machine, but just don't tell Greta Thunberg, because I don't think she would agree with that statement. This thing really, it'll suck down the gas, I'm sure. It's got the clear tail lights on the back. Nice custom touches. Look at that gorgeous interior with the cup holders, so you can drink your drink while you're going down the drag strip. Check out this nice, clean, and pristine 67 Chevy Impala. It says on the note thing that it's owned by the original owners. I mean, look at that. Looks like it just came out of the showroom. Hey, how you doing? Original owner. Love your car, man. So is it all stock factory, or have you done anything?
Oh, no. My wife bought it while I was overseas in the Navy. Okay. And it had a 283 two-barrel single exhaust. She bought it. So it had 14-inch wheels on it. Now it's got 15s. Got big block springs all the way around. 327 engine. Okay. She bought it while I was gone. Oh, it looks like it came out of the factory. Got some nice upgrades to it. Yeah, that's Granada gold. That's the original color. Of course, it's been done about 30 years. Yeah, because you don't see that color on like the newer cars. It's just like that's like a 60s, 70s type of paint job right there. Yeah. Cool, cool. I love the car. Appreciate your service in the Navy. Thank you, thank you. Take a look at the interior. Black. It's got the tack right there above the steering wheel. There's some of his hats in the Navy service. Hey Ashley, what do you think of this guy over here? He looks like he's single.
He's pretty hot.
He's pretty hot?
He's pretty hot.
I bet he's loaded with cash too. He's got all these cars over here. Is this gonna be your sugar daddy? Let's see. Yeah, see if you can wake him up. He looks like he's in deep sleep.
Sir. You need a girlfriend, sir?
You could have get him excited. I don't know what's going on.
He might have had a heart attack.
Somebody call an ambulance. And right across from the 67 Impala, we got another classy Impala, a 63, and it's got this beautiful back in the day paint job, which you don't see on the modern cars. This is it's kind of like a teal bluish color. Oh, there's the guy, the Hawaiian hillbilly. Ain't seen him for a while.
Doing all
if
right.
you watched some of my videos in the past, he's got the C3 Corvette. That's what is it? It's very unique. It's very rare.
I'll let you say it.
Yeah. Where is this, in the show or?
No. People have been asking. Maybe next year I'll enter. No,
you done made the Corvette owners mad with the one you did.
I've heard a couple of them don't appreciate my customers.
Well, we know it's rare and it's factory option that way, you know.
Yeah, I got to get the build sheet.
Those Corvette owners are just jealous because you got a one-of-one Corvette Hawaiian hillbilly tiki car.
Well, we appreciate it. Good seeing you.
Yeah, appreciate you,
Take
man.
care, buddy.
And let's check a look at this 63 Impala up close. Hey, it's got cup holders in it too. It's ready for a road trip. Check out that beautiful vintage engine painted up with orange. Got the Chevrolet name on the valve covers. And that beautiful front end, the 63 Chevy Impala. Well, pals, it's time to make it rain because we got the old school Lightning in the house. This is the old school F-150 XLT Lightning. Take a look at it. Beautiful bright LED with these ground effects. You know, the bumper comes down lower. It's kind of got a sporty, racy look to this truck. Stands out from the normal F-150. And this is, like I said, back in the day, this is a 1993 vintage Lightning truck. Love the little graphics on the back here. Look at that interior. That interior is pristine 90s. That is as clean as you can get right there. The cloth, I mean, it's just the way it came. Dig those wheels there. It looks like it's steering up a hurricane. Probably too, when you hit the gas, it'll turn those wheels into hurricanes. What do you think of the Lightning?
I bet it's fast.
Think you can make it rain in that truck?
Yeah, for sure. I need this bus. I need to make it into a little mini home and then go to Florida.
Well, you can bring the beach with you to the Ohio River.
I already
if you
got
want.
all my beach supplies.
Yeah. We're close to the Ohio River though, so
It's dirty.
it's dirty. They got juicy, delicious catfish in the Ohio River.
I don't eat that.
She likes sushi, just in case you didn't know.
Sushi and crab.
You like crabs?
I like, no, not crabs.
You like crabs?
No.
Shrimp?
Yeah.
Eel?
No.
No.
Do you like caviar?
Haven't had caviar.
Me neither.
I like calamari though.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. Look, you can take the little bike with you, the little motorbike. Put it right up in there. Man, you can take, this is a party van right here. Look at all those seating for everybody here. I love the tropical patterns on everything.
I do too.
It's even got like a palm tree in the back corner.
Cup holders.
What kind of van do you think this is?
Volkswagen?
Nope. Although Volkswagen vans are very popular, this one is actually a Ford Falcon van. It's 1966. It's powered by 150 horsepower, 240 cubic inch engine. It's got a 3-speed on the tree transmission. 3 on the tree as they call it. Got some nice pinstriping on it.
We're on the way to Florida. Beep, beep, watch out. I'm on the road.
Now that I've appeased the Ford guys with the Ford Lightning, gotta check out this Chevy Cheyenne. It's a 1990 C1500. Nice custom truck. I love the caps on the wheels. I mean, beautiful truck right here. It's got some wood. It's got some plaid. Got big cup holders for your Stanley cups. But this is a really nice Chevy truck, so if you're a Chevy fan, you're gonna love this truck. If you're a Ford fan, you'll love the Lightning over yonder. I just love the paint colors. It's got a little bit of like a beach vibe to it, I would say. Those type of wheels and the white lines on them, on the tires. So it's got quite a bit of a beach vibe to it. You just need to put your surfboard in it, right?
Yeah.
You got a surfboard?
No.
Well, you got a sled. We're in Kentucky, so we do get snow.
We're not surfing on the Ohio. I got a boogie board.
There you
Can
go.
you surf on the boogie board? I don't think so.
You could paddle on it, I think. Ooh, Barracuda. Gotta say, I really love these early 70s Cudas. This one in particular, it reminds me somewhat of the Nash Bridges car. Different shade of yellow, different year. The Nash Bridges car, if you remember the TV show with Don Johnson back in the 90s, it had the 4 round headlights. It was a 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. Supposedly one of 17, but it was a TV car, so they didn't make, or they didn't use a real one of 17 Hemi Cuda convertible. So they just did like a fake one. But this car here reminds me somewhat of that TV show. It's got the shaker hood on it. It's got the 440 in it, which you watch the Nash Bridges show, supposedly had a Hemi, but some of them had, I think, the 440s and the 340s. They had several cars they used for the show. And this one here, it's not a convertible. It's got a vinyl top, but it's got a roll cage in it, set up for some street and strip action. And I said it's got the 440 motor in it. Very beautiful car. And it's got the round tail lights on it. You see, it's a 73. Got one of them cool little holographic effects too on the display. Love that. And here's some cool pictures of the car. Got at the track. And if you can kind of see under that scoop, there is that beautiful 440 motor. Ash, you ready to catch the bus?
Where's the bus stop?
Right behind it.
Torque bus.
The torque bus. Okay, so it's only like a faked out torque bus, but that's pretty cool. Neat display here for the vendor. It's got one of them old phones on it. Almost looks like a payphone.
Oh, they want you to drive these things. I ain't driving no big old torque bus. Beep, beep, get out of the way.
You could be bus driver, right?
Can you see me driving down Dixie? Get out the way. Watch out. Beep, beep.
So here's something really cool, and I have a really cool story to go along with this. This is a 1999 Firehawk right here. And I actually remember this car when it's brand new. It belongs to a fellow YouTuber, Bill Stebbins, right now. But when this car was brand new, it was at the dealership, the local dealership, Cross Pontiac. And I have a picture where I sat in this car, or had a picture with the car. So I remember this car when it was brand new, and here it is today at the Bluegrass World of Wheels. Of course, fellow YouTuber, a friend of mine, Bill Stebbins, owns this car. And he also owns a 3rd gen Firehawk, but that one is a tribute. The 92 Firehawk that he owns, it's red. I've featured in some of my videos or shorts on YouTube. But this one here, this is an actual 99 Firehawk, and it is number 156 of 719 built. You can see information on it here. It's just so nice to see this, seeing it brand new in the showroom. Wanting one, I was I was just about to be driving at the time this car was new. I also saw the 30th anniversary Trans Am at that showroom too. So I was just like enthralled with these cars. They're so cool and beautiful. I actually test drove one of the late 4th gens at Cross Pontiac. It had the Hearst short throw shifter. I remember that car. You could barely shift it. You just kind of like finger shifted almost. The gears are so close together in that car. But great cars, great memories of when they were new. Unfortunately, they don't make Firebirds anymore, which sucks. But it's great to see this one out here. And right next to this beautiful Firehawk is this 1927 Roadster right here. Check out all the trick custom work to it. This is open top motoring at its finest right here. So if you don't like a top, this is the way to go. Got the fat tires all exposed. It's a very stripped down hot rod right here. So get a load of this 1929 street rod, folks. What do you think, Ash?
It's freaking cool.
Look at on the roof there. What are those things called? We saw those earlier on a car.
I forgot. They look like vents.
Well, you could say they're vents, but they're called louvers. Most people refer to them as louvers. They're all over the roof. They're all over the trunk. I mean, that's attention to detail here. And this car has definitely got it. I mean, it's got this matte paint job, so it's not dull looking, but it's not too shiny either. I like the matte paint job. It's got all these carbs atop this blower motor here. It's got the kind of traditional, old school hot rod look. It's lowered. It's probably chopped too. Yeah, it's chopped because you see you're kind of really setting down in there. I mean, the attention to detail, the diamond stitch pattern, door panels, seats. It's beautiful, beautiful street rod right here. After checking out the interior, Ashley's only complaint is
no cup holders.
Yeah, there's no cup holders in here. No place for Ashley to put her Stanley cup with her iced coffee in.
None. I'm gonna spill it.
That's a deal breaker for her in a car.
It is.
Check out the Bourbon. Actually, it's a Suburban. 1948 Chevy Suburban. It's really cool. Reminds me of a creamsicle with its orange and white paint scheme. These nice running boards on the bottom here, lowered to the ground. Let's take a look at that motor. Big V8 motor. Look at that high-rise intake manifold here. Chrome. One beautiful tangerine Suburban. Ashley sees something she wants.
I want this bike. I want to ride it. It's cute.
You'd be in the Barbie biker gang. Yeah.
Where's the chaps?
Where's your kin at?
I don't know. We're not doing very good hunting.
Yeah. You need to get a bow and an arrow like Cupid. Well, here we go. This to me is the quintessential Mustang. My favorite year, 1969. Love the style. It just looks so mean and muscular. 70 is very similar, but a little bit different looking on the front end. I think 69 is the best. And this one here, it's just beautiful. Mach 1, got the shaker hood on it.
Everything's factory on this.
Very, very, yeah, very, very beautiful car.
Can you see how the back seat's done?
Yeah, yeah. Is your car?
His right there.
Oh, okay. And on the back, it's got the louvers on the rear window. It's a spoiler. So this Mach 1 is sporting a 466 cubic inch motor. It's got the C6 3500 transmission. Beautiful, beautiful car. Gotta say, love 69s. And here's a really cool vendor. Check this out. It's got the lowrider RC car. So you got kids aren't not old enough to drive. You get them an RC car until they can drive the real thing. Or if you're an adult just looking for another toy and you don't want to pay insurance and taxes, hey, save yourself some money, get you an RC. We got all kind of different ones, from the vintage muscle cars, classic cars. There's a Nissan Skyline import car, trucks. We got even the haulers, so you could get one of these and then you could haul your classic RC on the back of that. The lowrider, there's a lowrider Monte Carlo there. Got the hydraulics, make it jump up and down. And then you got your 4x4s, your Fords, your Chevys, your Jeeps too. Got different sizes and different brands. We've got the trophy trucks, the track cars.
Are you stripping these?
And check out over here, we've got the grave diggers. We got the Bigfoot truck. I mean, so many cool RC rides to choose from. And let's say you don't have a whole lot of room in your garage. Well, you probably could put a lot of these in your garage. Which one you like the best, Ash?
The red truck.
You like the red
monster truck one.
That the one you want?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get
Right,
it. Put it on your credit card.
Yeah, my credit card. You need to find a sugar daddy to put it on his credit card. Some drag cars here. We got the 65 Mustang drag car called Tickle Pink. That's here like every year. Pink Panther riding high on the hood right there. And we got this killer Insanity 1992 Chevy Silverado. And check out that motor there. It's a 540 cubic inch Merlin block right there. Blower motor. Beautiful, beautiful ride here. Set up just for drag racing. And you can see the tanks right there and the truck bed. And then we go to the beautiful Camaro here. Nice 68 Camaro, 454, blown motor right here. Got a nice, I would say, kind of reminds me like a 90s two-tone paint job. This teal and purple, custom cloth interior. Some neat drag cars right here. Since I know a lot of my viewers on my YouTube channel love the Tri-5 Chevys, here is this beautiful cherry 55 Chevy Bel Air hardtop, two-door. Take a look at it. Drill all you want to. I know there's a bunch of people out there, because every time I post a video about a Tri-5 Chevy, people watch it like crazy. This one here, it's actually a manual transmission, 3-pedal stick shift. Beautiful color combination of this off-white, this like cherry wine color. Beautiful, beautiful. And then look on the trunk. Everything has been redone, custom. Nice touches though. It's not a wild custom. It's just a very tastefully done custom. And I know there's also a lot of people who love the old first generation Camaros. 69 Camaro SS right here, tuxedo black, and got the Good Vibes Garage banner. If you've never heard of Good Vibes Garage and you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, check them out. They're the go-to source for all your detailing products. They detail cars. They do a great job. The guy that has the Kit Knight Rider car, he's had his car detailed there. You can see how the black paint on it turned out phenomenal. So give these guys a try. Good Vibes Garage. They're located on Fern Valley Road if you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area. Great group of guys, great group of people. And another Pontiac. Got to showcase the Pontiacs. 71 GTO right here. Look at those wheels on it. Some neat wheels that go with the GTO here. You can see it's got the more modern seats. They recline, they go forward. Got the headrest on it too, and it's got the GTO stitched into the seats, which is a nice touch here on this vintage GTO. And you can see here, this is some of their work at Good Vibes Garage. It says this ride was revitalized at Good Vibes Garage. So the paint is just phenomenal on this GTO. Like I said, you're in the market for detailing products, want your car detailed, check out Good Vibes Garage. You'll be very, very happy with the finished product. Here is an attention getter. We got the 4th gen Camaro in this very, what is it, highlighter green? What would you call it? Looks like a
highlighter or neon green.
Yeah, it's sickness. It's a sickness, Ash.
It's pretty sick.
You got the sickness?
I got the sickness. I'm down with the sickness.
Yeah, you could use some of that laughing gas right there in the back. Look at this thing. This is a drag strip car. Got the parachute in the back. Would you like to drive a car with a parachute that slows you down?
That'd be crazy.
It'd be crazy. You never drove a drag car, but I haven't either with the parachute, you know. You got the racing harness seats. You got the big blower motor. It sticks way out of the hood on this one. As you can see on the engine on these 4th gen F bodies, what they call it, it's a Camaro Firebird platform. The engine's kind of pushed back. This one is really pushed back towards the dash here. There's a firewall. It's really recessed, snug in there. And let's take a look at the details of the engine. Got a Pat Moosey 406, the stage 3 aluminum heads, and a Wyand blower motor, blower on the top, supercharged. And you got the dual quad carburetors, so sucking down a lot of gas, sucking down a lot of air, and makes a scene when it goes down the track, especially in this Sharpie green color or yellowish. It's got a little bit of a yellowish look to it.
They know you're coming when you're in this car.
Yeah. Maybe you should do your nails in this color.
I would love that.
It might glow in the dark, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yet another 55 Chevy. This one's more like a nostalgia drag car setup, kind of gasser setup here. Look at that. You can see exhaust just dumps out here right behind the front wheels. I mean, beautiful car. Similar dark red color to the previous 55 Chevy I showed you. It's got the big Mickey Thompson slicks on the back. Well, all you Tri-5 Chevy fans out there, you're drooling, I know it. I can see the drool dripping down the camera screen already. And here we got some old rat rods here. This one's rusty and busty, as it says on the rear window. It's an old Austin. It's powered by a 355 small block Chevy. You don't see stuff like this very much because it's very obscure English type of car. Then you got this rat rod pickup. complete with rust holes in it. That's the way to do it if you're going to do a rat rod. You have some holes in it for where the rust, the cancer bit into the truck. Old Ford pickup truck, let's see, 1964. Ford gasser truck. Love the blue headlights on it. And then we got another gasser right here. This one, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy a race car, and that's kind of the same thing, which I agree with that model right there. It's a 1962 Chevy Nova. Let's take a look at it from the front. We've got some very neat gassers right here, right in a row. Got another traditional style of 1929 street rod right here. It's been chopped, lowered. And moving right along, I know the owner of this car and the car behind it. This is a 1947 Plymouth named Goldie. It's its nickname. It's got some ghost flames to it. But basically, it's a husband and wife deal here. The wife has Goldie, and the husband has this beautiful 27 Ford Roadster. I mean, like open top motoring. This one's pretty cool. I see it everywhere. I mean, he comes to a lot of the local car cruises, the local car shows. And he's got a nice little radio flyer. Actually, 2 radio flyers mixed in with the display here. So that one looks really, really fast. And normally when he drives this Roadster here, he has a little trailer that matches the Roadster. It's like the back half of this, painted the same way. But as you can see, there wasn't enough space to fit the trailer in. So it just got the car. But if you're around Louisville, Kentucky, you're out in the cruise scene, you'll probably see this car a lot. We got Jeeps out here, local Jeep club. Jeeps everywhere. There's Jeeps on this side. There's Jeeps on the next style over. And they always put on a really cool display. A lot of times they showcase the vehicle's articulation, the suspension articulation. They got the thing propped up on a big rock or something. Just like this pink Jeep over here. This one's a very sparkly, it's a Jeep, but it's a truck. Just like this one here. You like the pink sparkly Jeep, don't you?
Yes.
I knew you did.
It's a Jeep thing, you wouldn't understand.
It's a Barbie thing too. Gosh, you want a putty tat?
I think that's a bobcat.
It's a cute little house cat.
I don't like cats, I like dogs.
Cat hater.
Cat hater.
See, the truth is she don't like Wildcats. She's not a UAK fan, right?
No, Cardinal fan.
You're gonna throw your L up? She's a Cardinals fan. She likes the birdies.
What are you?
I don't care about sports. I like sports cars. You gotta add the car to the end of the sports.
Okay, whatever.
Hey, check this out. Look at that guy. Oh. Yeah, there's a mechanic boyfriend for you.
Mechanics are hot.
Yeah, you think mechanics are hot?
Yeah.
The greasier the better?
Yes.
Lick it off with the shirt.
Come work on my car.
Yeah. How about a ham sandwich while we work on the car, right?
No, I don't like ham.
You don't like ham. You don't like pigs either.
I'll make him a ham sandwich.
Whoa, that's loud.
Party.
Somebody's getting ready to rave in here. Can't talk for a second there. Check this out. Look at that old flathead motor on this ride right here. 29 Model A with a 3-inch chop. It's got a Mercury 276 cubic inch flathead motor. Very distinctive. You can see the top of the motor there. That's how you know it's a flathead motor. Hey Ashley, look ahead. It's just your size semi. Stand in front of us. Let's get a visual. It's the same height as you. What do you think about that? You got a miniature semi-truck. It's so cute. Freightliner. And it has a surprise. It's got a miniature car with it too.
Oh, it's a tow truck.
See, you could drive the semi-truck and your dog Coco could drive the car.
Yes, yes. We're gonna put her name on the side.
Yeah. Check out, it's got the ghost flames on the little miniature street rod back there. That is really cool. If you got kids, I'm sure they're gonna be saying, I want this for Christmas. I want this for my birthday. It's probably custom built though, so you might have to bid on it. But this would be so much cooler than a Tickle Me Elmo for Christmas or a Furby. This would be what I would want as a kid for Christmas.
A little bit more dangerous, but you know.
Yeah, well, living on the edge is the point of life.
YOLO.
Yeah. And yet another Pontiac GTO. This one is a gorgeous drop top. It's got the rally wheels with the PMD center caps on it. And let's check out under the hood. It's got that light blue Pontiac color to the engine. And this vintage here is a 67. You can see it's got the stacked headlights in the front. It's got the goat plushie right there. But you know, it is the GOAT. Greatest of all time right here. And you can see on the back, it doesn't have the fluted taillights. So the 66, 67, they look the same in the front. But this one here, you look at the taillights, the 66 has the fluted or louvered taillights. That's how you easily tell them apart. 67 does not have those louvered fluted taillights. And a little advertising thing, they also called it the Tiger, so it's got a tiger tail. They used a tiger in the commercials back in the 60s to promote this car. And what a car it was. It is the quintessential muscle car. Someone here invested a small fortune in RC radio control hot rods. I mean, look, they got a snap-on one. You know, that's the most expensive out of all of these hot rods and low riders out here. And then we got the Camaro, which the snap-on trucks probably cost more than the Camaro. But anyway, we're going to showcase this 70 Z28 Camaro real quick here. Take a look at that. It's got that distinctive grille there, the split bumpers. This one looks to be lowered. It's got a lowered stance to it. You can see the red brake calipers. The wheels in the back, they are wider. So it's got that probably tub. I'm sure it's a tub car. And inside, the interior's been modernized. Although, Ash, there's no cup holders in this Camaro. What are you gonna do?
I like this Camaro too.
Unless they're hidden under that console somehow, there's no cup holders and there's no headrest, so you could get whiplash if you put the thing to the floor.
I'm putting it to the floor.
Yes.
Pedal to the metal.
She likes the Metallica song Whiplash, right?
I don't know it.
Yeah, that's before her time. Metallica is a little bit before her time. She likes
Rod
Wave and Savannah Dexter. Those are her favorite musical artists, although I have different tastes. I like Metallica. And yet another beautiful Pontiac, another GTO, and another one with stacked headlights. Now this one here, this is a 65. I just showed you the 67. Now the difference on the front end is this is kind of more squared off in the grill area. 66, 67, it's got more of a curvature right as it comes to a point here. So easy way to identify the years here. And this is the second year for the GTO. It started out in 64. This one here, it's had a frame off restoration back in the day, back in the 90s. So a little bit of an older restoration. Convertible top. I actually know the owner of this car. He used to be in my car club a long time ago. But beautiful tri-power GTO. Look at these seats. Look at you can see it's kind of subtle, but you can see the Arrowhead logo, front and back seats, beautiful chrome. And this is a stick shift car right here. And look at that massive trunk on this thing. And the 65 had different tail lights. You know, it's got these nice kind of slits just run all the way across the width of the car. Love my Pontiac GTOs. Can't say enough for them. Hey Ash, You ever seen that movie Pretty in Pink?
No.
Me neither. But I am seeing this Cadillac that is pretty in pink. 1961 Cadillac. Body style is a 62 coupe. It's got a 390 V8, 325 horsepower motor. 4-speed hydromatic automatic transmission. This is really cool. And appears to be very low mileage too. Let's check it out. I mean, under the hood, it's really just, it hasn't been touched. It's got a little bit of rust here and there, but it's just a beautiful car. There it is, 21,000 miles on it. It's got the factory original paint. That's why they just chose to leave it in this condition, because as it is very beautiful. It's a time capsule, what you call a car like this. Outside of it, I mean, it still looks very sharp. You got it paired with the white wall tires. This is class back in the 60s. These are big cars. Even for a two-door car, this is sort of a boat, right?
Yes,
a land yacht.
it's a boat.
Yeah. A two-door car, you usually think of something tiny, kind of sporty. This thing, this is the lap of luxury. And this color is just, it's so unique. It's one of those car colors that you only find back in the period, the 60s, 70s. And if you're a fan of Whataburger, they got a Whataburger cup on there. It's not a Stanley cup, it's a styrofoam cup.
What is Whataburger? Is that a place?
Yeah, I think a place out west or maybe down south. I don't think we have anyone.
We don't have that.
Whataburgers
that
around
cup
here.
traveled a long way.
Yeah, and check this out. It's got these rear skirts over the rear wheels. Very, very sleek. It's got the fins on it, which they started to tone down just a little bit from the 50s. The 50s had really huge fins. I mean, this one's still, it's sharp and pointy. And it's got the big trunk of that era. Even this 44 Deluxe sedan here, they like Whataburger too, because they've already ate it, it's on their tray. I don't know if Whataburger makes a Stanley cup, probably just styrofoam cups. Now I've showed you quite a few of the newer bikes out here, but they also have some classic bikes out here, which honestly, the classic bikes, in my opinion, are the best. I really like these. Just old, unique, vintage style. I like the English plate on here. This one here, this is a British motorcycle, 1945. Really cool. And you got a 1952 Harley, and this is vintage Harley. And it's just the style of them. They're elegant. The colors pop on these things. I mean, the custom bike's really nice, but for me personally, I really like the vintage stuff. And here's one of the Go Fast bikes. This is not for cruising. This is for flat out speed. This is one of those Hayabusas. This one here is a 2003 Suzuki Hayabusa. And look at that really long swing arm on the back. Looks like a drag bike right here. We got a little scooter bike over here. We got some of these what they call lowrider bicycles. These are not motor powered, these are pedal powered, and they always do them up really crazy. You like that. You usually see like the chain design on them, custom paint, plating, like gold plating, chrome. So they're really flashy bicycles. Hey, maybe you want to do one up for your kids. And this one here, it's got its own little steering wheel, or you can use the handlebars. And I like it's got a little Continental kit, I guess you could say, on the back. A little spare wheel, although it's a lot smaller than the actual wheel, so you'd really be sagging if you put the spare tire on this thing. Here's a Caddy with some neat effects if you like the collar change headlights. I like these LED ones here. You can mix up your style here. This one's a 68 Cadillac DeVille convertible. It's got a lot of this glittery paint on it. You can see there's some artwork underneath of it. It's got Green Goblin, which, hey, that's the theme of it. Goes well. And it's got the Cadillac logo. Check out those wheels. Those aftermarket wheels, they're really trick. It kind of looks like you're kind of like a vortex going on here. Kind of look to it. And with the car being displayed, there's some little Cadillacs. And check out the gorgeous interior. It's a luxury car. It's got cup holders. It's got the stuff to take a road trip, cruising style in, and it's got the Cadillac logo in the seats. This is class right here. And plus, just like a lot of these cars from back in the day, Cadillacs especially, they have the huge trunks. And check out all the cool miniatures displayed in the trunk too. So Ashley, you into firefighters?
Yeah, probably.
Usually they're pretty like stud muffins, right?
Yeah.
The firefighters.
Yeah.
Well, check out this backdraft Jeep right here, and the front end is really unique. I really like that. That's because it's an old Kaiser Jeep front end. Looks like it's grafted onto a newer Jeep, a 2016 Jeep, and it's powered by a 6.2 liter supercharged LT4 out of a ZL1 Camaro. So this is very intense, a very cool custom. If you hear a ringing, that's my phone. We're going to keep talking about the Jeep though. What do you think about this Jeep?
I like it. I like how high it sits up, and I like all the lights.
Would you want to climb in this thing? Like if it's a daily driver, would you want to like hop up in it every day?
Yeah, I feel freaking like a boss. Hop up in it like a
boss lady, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
She's a boss lady right here. And look, you got the winch on the front. You can help other people out. You can tow them out of ditches and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's take a gander under the hood here. There's that beautiful LT4 motor. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's really crammed in there. But I love stuff with a theme. So I love Trans Ams. It's got the bird theme on it. This Jeep here has the backdraft theme from like the movie, but you got the dog inside, the Dalmatian. You know, that's just a stereotypical firefighter dog right there, the Dalmatian. Let's take a look on the inside. As you can see, it's got the racing harness, the racing seats. It says backdraft here. That's the thing you want to hold on to, because this is going to be a one fast ride, whether you're on road or off road, in the sand, in the trenches. And you got some looks like rescue equipment on the back here. Like to go rescue people?
We can.
Yeah, you could be a rescue ranger basically. A lot of ground clearance on this thing. What do you think of this? Is that your motto? Find them hot, leave them wet. Is that a motto?
Good motto.
That's a good motto. You need a bumper sticker that says that for your car.
Yes.
Yeah, this thing is just so cool. The lights and everything, the gear, the theme. I mean, the tail lights even. It's a nice custom. I love to see somebody take something and make it their own. It's a work of art. And it's also got the famous saying, first in, last out. So cheers to all the first responders out there fighting fires. Here is an all-American car, an American Motors car that is. What we got here is a 74 American Motors AMX. Now to me, this year like AMX, I saw a different one, a white one earlier. But this year AMX, it reminds me a bit of the early 70s Mustangs, how it's got this really long front end. Still, it's a bit distinctive. It definitely is different than a Mustang. A little interesting fact, if you don't know anything much about American Motors, they had their own engine, but they would kind of rob the parts bins of like Ford and GM. They might use like a Ford distributor or a GM power steering pump. So a little bit of interesting tidbits here. This thing is cool. It's got these swivel seats in them. I don't know if that was factory or not. I've seen them in General Motors vehicles back in the mid 70s, because my mom had a 73 Chevelle Laguna with swivel seats. As far as American Motors, I don't know if these are transplanted from a General Motors car or if they came that way, to be honest. And then you can see on the back, it's got this really short deck lid, spoiler. It definitely looks different than the Mustang in the back area. But front area, it reminds me a bit of those Mustangs. And gotta love the stars and stripes in the background. Here we have the Chili Wagon 5.0, a 95 Ford Mustang. And this is the Outlaw Pro Street, just purely a drag car. Man, this is mean. So, hey, if you're into racing, you might stop by Street and Strip, check out their shop. And also, if you want to race or just want to spectate, check them out at Ohio Valley Raceway. Ash, you like camo?
I do.
What do you think of the camo truck?
It's pretty cool.
That's one jacked up square body right there. Looks like a wrap to me. It's got kind of a matte look to it. Yeah, you can see it's a wrap, and it's even wrapped inside under the dash there. See on the interior how the camo carries over?
Yeah.
Do you like the sport camo on your Ford Fusion?
No, I don't think that's very fitting.
You might not find your car then.
I'll never find it in the parking lot.
Yeah, you camouflage your car. All right. Wow, this is a beautiful hot rod right here. You like pink or purple better?
Pink.
This one here is purple People Eater Ford. It's a 46, got a 351 Windsor. And it's made it to a C6 transmission. And look at the windshield, it's got that split windscreen back there. It's really old cars, they have those. And here's a similar looking vintage car right here. Take a look at this one. It's a 1940 Ford two-door sedan. And it's got that very noticeable grille. Those headlights got a little bit of a teardrop look to them. And this is what you think of when you think 40s vehicles. Now here's a rod that appears everywhere locally. Know the owner because I've met him in several times at the car cruises, car shows. Man, this car, this 71 Plymouth GTX, it's got a Hemi motor in it. This thing is loud, really, really loud if you hear it in person. I mean, check out this setup here. You got the dual quad, cross rim, intake right here. This thing is a mean Plymouth right here. Here's a little bit of information on it. It's very rare. One of 26 produced, resto mod. It's got the 472 cross ram Hemi. Got 775 horsepower. Made it a 5-speed TKO transmission. So this car right here, just to hear it run, it's really cool. And I'm sure to drive it or even ride in it, I mean, this car is fun. Let's just put it to you that way. This is a crazy muscle car. And a crazy build too, with that kind of, you know, vintage motor. It's not the modern day Hemi. You got this old kind of vintage kind of deal going on. All right, Ashley, this yellow car, this fly yellow car. It's quiz time. See if you remember. What is this?
A Viper?
Who makes it?
A Dodge.
Yes, she got it right. You remember what size motor is in it?
10.
10 cylinder. Yep.
Yeah.
She's catching on. I was like surprised you remembered the Bricklin from last year and what it was. So she's working on her car knowledge. This one's got the this is one of the old school Vipers, 95. So this is the early year, 450 horsepower, 6-speed manual. And this one here, it's for sale. So anybody in the market for a Viper, my buddy Jay, just want to give him a shout out. He loves Vipers. Hopefully someday he owns one of these here soon. He's wanted a Viper ever since I've known him, and I've known Jay for a really, really long time. It's his dream car. he, I think, particularly loves these older ones, the RT10s. This one's got the this little hard top that comes off on this one here. This is the original kind of style. I think it might, can't remember when the first switched over to second gen. They kind of looked about the same. But my buddy Jay, he knows everything there is to know about a Viper. Just can't wait to see him drive one. Ooh, ain't this one pretty? This one here, we got a 1927 Model T. It's a hot rod. It's got a little bit of a rat rod look to it. You can see it's kind of done up like it's a little rusty and stuff. But this is like the old, like you'd see in the 50s hot rod magazines, where people took these really early cars from the 20s, 30s, and they souped them up with the big V8s and put the headers on them. The fatter tires in the rear. Look at this thing, it's open top. It's got these hard aluminum seats in it, race seats with the harness. And just like these old traditional hot rods, it's got the pinstriping and the louvers in the back. I got this beautiful little miniature hot rod for the kid or the dog to ride around in. I've seen a couple of these around here. I've seen a kid riding around in one. This one might light up too. I know the one I saw earlier, just kind of walking through the aisles, it lit up. So these are cool rides for your kids or your small animals. Here we have a Japanese classic, this insane Nissan Skyline. I love the color on it, because you never see a Skyline in this color. You usually see them in black, silver, or there's like a blue color that they're popular in. Now this is a car that was never sold in the US, but it's became a cult classic, a cult icon, and now that they're old enough to be legally imported in the US, you'll see quite a few of these turn up at the car shows these days. They're still a rare sight. This one here, it's a 4-door model. A lot of them you see is 2 doors, but this one's a 4-door. This one here is a 1990 Nissan Skyline. It's a R32. The paint combination, white wheels and this kind of greenish color, they go well together. You see, in Japan they drive on the opposite side, right-hand drive, Japanese Nissan right here. Big spoiler on the back. And there's a cute little hot rod car right there. I don't know how it fits in, but hey, pink, green, contrasting colors. Which one would you rather ride in? You rather ride in the green car or the pink car?
The green car.
You need something more your size, right? It's a little bit too small for you. We got a line of stock car, track cars here. These are just purpose-built race cars, not street legal at all. You can see different ones. There's the old Crown Vic. You can usually pick those up pretty cheap. The police have got their use out of them. Some people turn them into a stock car, figure 8 car, what have you. There's some more stock cars over there. That paint scheme there, the black and green, reminds me of the old Kyle Petty days, the mellow yellow car, although it doesn't say mellow yellow on it. We got some more track cars over here. There's a figure 8 car. Seems like it's like a circle track car or something. Asphalt late model. Is in here. There's no room for a passenger. There's no space for a passenger. Unless you want to hang out the window, I guess. See a Trans Am, got to showcase the Trans Am. Got a vintage 77 Trans Am. They call these the shovel nose. You just look at the front end, it looks mean. It's got a pointed shovel nose front end. This is the classic Smokey and the Bandit style without the black and gold paint. This is the blue paint. And this one here is powered by a 6-liter L96 V8 block. Made it to a 4L60E automatic transmission. Let's take a little bit more of a look to it. This is a hard top model, not a T-top model. Got the aftermarket rims. Gotta say though, love these Trans Ams here. And if you're not for sure how to tell the difference between a 77 Trans Am, 78, because they look the same in the front end, you just look at the grills here. 77s have these honeycomb patterns to the grill. If it was a 78, it'd just be like a X diamond pattern kind of deal. So that's how you tell the difference between a 77, 78 Firebird, Trans Am, or Formula. Now earlier we saw the James Dean cardboard cutout, and I told Ashley about the Porsche James Dean drove. Now this is not the exact type of Porsche that he drove, but this is kind of the period and of the size. This one's an old Porsche Speedster Carrera, 1957, 356. The James Dean car was a silver color, but it's very similar in a sense to the James Dean car. Engines in the rear, got the classic styling. Now most people want the big wheels, the Dubs, the 17s, the 20-inch wheels, but when you look at these old traditional style lowriders, when the lowrider culture just kind of started to take off, you'll see a lot of them go to the really small wheels. This one here, it's got 13-inch gold 72 spoke wheels. I love the sparkly paint on it. I love all the pinstriping. The lowriders, they get a lot of attention to detail. I mean, there are some very talented artists that paint these cars up, and they do phenomenal artwork. You see they match the door handles, gold plated them, wheels, so you got a little gold plating here, there, and everywhere. And even the steering wheel, it's an aftermarket steering wheel in there, and it's kind of small as well. You see like a lot of the lowrider Impalas, they'll have those small chain steering wheels. So very traditional style, but on a more modern car, Lincoln, not a 60s like a Chevy. It's more and more beautiful artwork. You got the modern Camaro, flames on it, scissor doors, Lambo doors, 2019 Chevy Camaro. And check out the paint job on this old hot rod. I mean, the green sparkly flames, the green sparkly roof. They went crazy with the flames on this car. Even the steering wheel is green sparkly. We got a guy here, he's driving with the skeleton hand. Let's see what vintage this is. It's 1950 Chrysler Windsor. Usually you see a lot of these with the flames. You see them like the Mercury lead sleds, but this one here is a Chrysler. And look at it's got these custom eyebrow lenses on the headlights, or covers. And like all these old cars, they got a lot of style, they got a lot of accents or hood ornaments. Even under the hood you can see some pinstriping. And even the wheels too, they got the sparkly green paint. You drive this thing, you look like you're on cloud 9.
You want your number, man?
And here we got a row of lowriders right here. Like how they're setting them up differently. That one's lowered in the back, this one's all jacked up. Take a look under the trunk here, because this is the big deal for the lowriders. They got the hydraulic pumps. They got a series of batteries. You can see that, this car, or that car there. That is where all the action happens on these cars. So it's a little bit different, you know. The focus is on the jumping and the lifting abilities of the car. Not so much the horsepower like you see in a hot rod, but a lot of lowriders, that's what they focus on, is more the aesthetics and the tricks that they can do, and also the stereo systems, the sound that they can produce. This one here, we got another Lincoln, and this thing is covered in this metal flake glittery orange paint. 99 Lincoln Town Car. I really like that steering wheel. That steering wheel is really sticking out. It kind of looks like the spoke wheels that you see on the car that it's rolling on. Got the little Joker character there. Got a nice gold design on the dash, gold leafing. That is one crazy paint job. Here we got an old El Camino lowrider, and check out the angle on this display. I mean, this is so you can just look right up under there. Honestly, if you had a lowrider hydraulic system on your car, that'd make it easy to work on. Just jack it up using the hydraulic pumps and then put the jack stands under it. And even got the bicycle to complement it with the chain spoke steering wheel. That'd be fun to drive around in, you know, you're tilted off to one side. With the El Camino, you got plenty of room for batteries and hydraulic pumps. And you can keep this thing going for a long, long time. And in case you didn't notice, look at this interesting artwork that goes on the roof of the El Camino. That is some nice touches right there. Ash, you remember this car coming up from last year?
Yes, I remember this car.
Well, it's a car, local guy's car, and I mean, it's pretty bad to the bone, rat rod. Now this has actually got a wrap on it, so it looks rusty, but it's not. This is a 1929 Plymouth Model U, so it's rare to see one of these older Mopars. You see so many Fords or Chevys in car shows from back in the 20s, but this one is a Plymouth. I mean, the wheels are almost taller than the car. It's interesting how the exhaust just kind of goes forward and then goes out. A little bit more on the thing. It's powered by a 462 big block, and it's got the big blower on the top of it. And it's got the cool little Rat Fink cartoon on it too. And having one of these old classic cars, especially something like this is a good way to advertise your business. Local pizza company, Derby City Pizza Company. And this is the Pizza Eater. It's been here before. 1969 Mercury Montego. Obviously very custom because it did come lifted from the factory, but they decided to turn it into a monster truck, and definitely makes you want some pizza when you see this thing go by. Not only do they have this cool Mercury, but they also have this old Datsun Z car here, you know, decked out in their Derby City Pizza Company livery. And they also have a 30 Model A Ford on display here. This is like, I guess Bonnie and Clyde will roll up to your house delivering pizzas in this thing. And they even have their own little pedal car decked out in Derby City Pizza Company with the pizza seat. That's cute. What do you think of that one, Ashley?
It's perfect for me. It's my size.
Yeah, it's Ashley's size, but you wouldn't have room for your boyfriend because it's only got one seat.
It's fine. It's fine. Single.
You're gonna stay single? This is a really cute little car. It's something that I don't think you could be a really big person and drive this car though. It's I mean, I'm sure I could fit in it. You could fit in it. Kids can fit in it. Yeah.
We're small.
It's so small and miniature, it's cute. You know what I mean? All right, pals, so who knew that Indiana Jones got around in a 2005 Chevy Cavalier? Did you know?
I didn't know. I didn't get the memo.
Well, okay, a little bit misleading. It's Indiana John's car, Indiana Jones III, and it is one cool Cavalier. Usually don't think of a Cavalier as a race car, but hey, this one's pretty tricked out. I like the display with the Christmas tree. And you got another race car here. It's Chevy powered. Take a look at it real quick. It's got the tilt front end. This one's called Mr. Custard. Yeah, it's Anglia. It doesn't say it on here, but it's powered by a Chevy. And we're finishing off this last stall. I got some Tri-5 Chevys here. We got the 56 Chevy Nomad wagon. We got a 55 Chevy over here. This one's the two-door hard top. And this one here is the 210. It's not the Bel Air. Everybody thinks it's the Bel Air, but they had different versions of this 55 Chevy. They had the 150, the 210, the Bel Air, Nomad, so several different versions. This one's a 210. The accents are a bit different. There's some styling cues that are a bit different, but overall, same kind of look. And take a look on the inside. Looks like a penguin. Looks like a, you know, a penguin kind of color scheme, black and white. And Ashley just pointed out, because she's the Stanley guru, that this little scooter get around vehicle right here, it's got a matching colored Stanley Cup on the seat. So they are matching right here. They're styling, right?
Styling and profiling.
Yeah, that's fashionable. Match your Stanley Cup to your car, to your clothes, to your nails, right?
To your outfit, your shoes.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. New TikTok trend, if TikTok stays around. I don't know if it will. All right, pals, we've traveled up and down all these aisles in here. I only got so much battery power. I brought 3 batteries for this camera, fully charged. I can't show you every car in here. I can't showcase everything, but you know, some of the cars I've shown you from years in the past. Some of the cars out here are new. So anyway, it was a good time. I spent 20 hours here, a lot more than you would think, just walking down here if you really stop and take it all in. But anyway, coming to you from the 2025 Bluegrass World of Wheels, Louisville, Kentucky. Until next episode, don't worry, be random.
And if you never ran a miss another random car video,
Remember, ring that bell.